Hello everyone. I don't care what you say, this is gonna change your life. You have never seen this before. Never, ever, 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 ever. This is one of the secrets that I've been using to crack down mixes for the past, I don't know how long, man. I'm about to give you the keys. This is crazy. This mix was mixed by one of the top of the top of the top of the top guy who has hundreds in the 200s or 300s Billboard hits. This guy has mixed all the records of our life, as in man, Google the guy. Anyway, this song right here is Taylor Swift. Blank Space was one of the songs that it mixed, and I was able to get the stems of it, and I broke down the mixes for you guys. And being able to see this perspective, all of a sudden you realize that it just blows your mind. You can see the metrics, and I'm giving this to you guys for free. Why am I doing that? I'll tell you later. Let's go straight into it. Blank Spell Billboard Top Song Mix just constructed. You know, this song is now 2.9 billion views on YouTube. Go check it out. So that's how important this mix is. If you understand this and you use this formula for your mixes, if your mix don't sound good, call me, email me. I'm on internet everywhere. But I bet you this is going to change your life. Let's go. The frequency distribution and height. Understanding this concept, every element of the song, they are being categorized into 4 places: drums, vocals, horns, and bass. That's like the main component of that song. If you go listen to it, Taylor Swift Blank Space. Now, when I did all my research and I was breaking down the mixes, I broke them down into these 4 parts. So when you understand that drums, even though drums has different elements, kick, snare, hi-hat, blah blah blah, you have to kind of look at it as a one unit. You know, when you go to the stage and you see drummers playing, is one unit. You know, then the vocal, which is the lead vocal in the background section, those are one unit too. Then the horn sections are one unit, and the bass is one unit. So those are the 4 components of the song. So now the frequency distribution and the height. Frequency always gives us the perspective of height, like from the top to the bottom. You have 220 hertz down here, and you have 20K down here. From the top to the bottom, that's how you know, that's the height. So each 4 element has their own pocket. And that's one of the biggest mistakes producers and engineers make. Every component of your mix have to have their own pockets. If they don't, that's how you kill your mix. That's how you kill your headroom. That's why you can never get loud. That's one of the secrets to loudness. So I hope you hear that. Now, all 4 contrast each other, forming the whole entire frequencies of 20 hertz. I mean 20K to 20 hertz to 20K hertz. So the drums leaves or peak 60 hertz ish. Ish mean is around that area. You know, you don't have to be number specific. Then the 200 and also is a dip between 300 hertz to 600 hertz. That's what that means. This is what I'm giving it to you. If you don't realize it, this is me telling myself how to mix. This I'm bringing you guys to my private place right now, which is making me vulnerable. Just saying this. This is my private domain. This is how I beat all the other guys, and I'm showing it to you on the internet. So go figure. If this is not the best goodwill out there, I don't know what is. So the lives in the 60-ish, and the 200 lives in there's 200 and there's 60. 200 is higher than 60. What's on the 60? Who can guess? The kick, the sub of the kick is in the 60. What's on the 200? The snare drum. See how they're interacting on the lower side of the frequency? There's a 60 right here. There's 200 right here. So they're moving back and forth right there. Then the 300 and the 600, that is scoped out. you're going to see in the picture. Let me take you to the picture so you can see. It's the picture right here. You see? There's the 60, this the 200, and there's the scooped out from the 300 all the way to the 600. Now, then there's a straight line between the 1K to 8K area. Leaves under the vocal mixed low, rose of gently. Oh wow. This is how I talk to myself. That's crazy. So that means the 1K to 8K area, those where the presence of the snare drum and the hi-hat, those is where those leaves. Now let's look at the picture again. You see, let's say this is our 300 to 600, and let's say the 1K starts from here and it goes all the way to 8K and it rolls off. That's it. So that's the frequency pocket what the drum section is. The next will be the vocal, if I'm correct. Now the vocal stem dominate the 250-ish to 600. That's the fundamentals of the vocal. If you ever, this is one of the experiments that I did that I'll be showing you in my classes if you decide to join my classes later on. I've never done this before, but we'll talk about that later. And one of the experiments that I did, when you do a vocal experiment and you record your vocals, your voice back into your microphone and you check the frequency, you notice that the fundamentals of every vocal or voices lives between 150 for male, lower than 150 to 100 for male, then it goes all the way to 600 and 700 area. But for this specific song, which is a Taylor Swift song, 250 to 600, and that's where the range sits at. You know, when you sing, the key, you know, goes up and down in frequency. But that's where all the fundamental of what she's singing there. When she hits low notes, she's hitting those 250 and 600. When she hits a high register, you know, it's probably go to 600, 700. She leaves between 600 or 4.7K. What that means is there is fundamental and those are harmonics and overtones, and those go all the way to 4K and all the way to 6K, 8K, 10K, and hiding some presence and brilliances to the vocal. Pick high 2K to 5K. Then there is a dip around 1.5K. Let's look at that. This is the frequency range for the vocal from 200 all the way to 10K. Maybe there's a dip around 1K right here. Now, why is that dipping around 1K, 1.5K? Why does the vocal has a dip around 1.5K? That's weird. Normally vocals wouldn't have that, but why? We're about to see why Sabine, the master of the top masters of mix engineering, who was won too many awards, why he decided to dip the vocals around 1.5K. Look at the genius right here. That's it right there. Because the horn section lives in that pocket. Boom. See, when I saw this, man, he blew my mind. Like, this guy is genius. The horn section of that song, if you listen to that song, I'm gonna have to play for you, but I don't know, maybe YouTube can, copyright craziness. But anyway, I'll play for you later. Or you can just go play the song, drag the song, put it into your DAW. You see everything I'm talking about. The horn stems, they are picking at 1.5K. That's the reason why it dipped the vocal around 1.5K. And it's like a band pass between 700 and 2K. So the horn section have larger frequency width, but for some reason it crazy aggressively high pass everything from 2K, and high pass everything. I always confuse that thing. High pass, low pass. Oh, someone is calling me. Not right now. High pass and low pass, 700 and 2K. So the horn section can poke out right in the middle of 1.5K. So Now the bass, which is the low bass, how does the bass and the kick interact so they don't step on each other? So this is what the genius Serban, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but this is what he did. He put the bass line on 50 hertz and also 100, because the bass line, bass has the first harmonic. The first harmonic of the bass is 100 after the fundamental. The fundamental is 50 hertz and the first harmonic is 100. And it cut the 200 because the 200 is being taken over by our, what? Do you remember that? Snare drums. There you go, right here. So he cut the 200 and left the 100. And the kick the bass fundamental starts with 50 hertz, 100 hertz, and it cut everything else. But this is something you have to realize on the genius of this guy. Wow. I can't believe I'm giving guys all this good stuff. There you go. Have it. Even though it's cutting out the 200, the bass still comes out in little speakers. Why? Because of these guys right here. You see these guys right here? Those are the other harmonics that goes from 200 all the way, but you turns them down low. You can bring them low with your EQ or shelf EQ, bring them down right underneath everything else, but they're still there. And the ear can still find those harmonics because they're still there. Even though you can't really hear it, but you can still hear it. So that's the secret right there. And then we have the width, which is the panorama, left and right of the mix. So the drums is like 20 wide. So that means the drum section is closer to the middle. It's not wide. But the vocals is 50% wide, which is, like let's say the drums is right here, the vocals are right here. And I mean 50% wide, I'm not saying your lead vocals should be this wide. You could have a doubler or something. But the background vocals, they're like 50% wide. The on section, they're also 50% wide. The bass is even, my space. Then the bass is even closer to the middle. The guitars, those are the widest, 80% wide. The keys are 40%. The backgrounds are 90%. Oh, okay, this is the background, and the lead vocal is 50%. So that's it, guys. If you apply this formula to your mix, boom. So let me do a recap real quick. So the width panorama of this mix, the drums is 20%, the lead vocal is 50%, maybe a little wider than 20, and the horns is around the same area, 50%. The bass is even closer to the center, bass 10%. The guitar is 85, which is the really wide one. Then the keyboards, those are like 40%. Then the background vocal, those are the 90%. So try this in your mixes, and I guarantee you will notice dramatical exponential differences. That's it. If you enjoy this, then you will 100% enjoy what I'm about to tell you. I have a class that I'm going to be starting soon, and it's not for everyone, by the way, but if you want to learn how to make professional sounding quality, industry standard type of music that you can be proud of, then that your client and if you're working for artists or you're an artist yourself, that they're going to be really proud of and pay you thousands of dollars for and keep coming back over and over again, then this is for you. But there is a warning. This is not for everyone. This is for people who are passionate like me. You're passionate, you geek out on music. You see, this is my personal note that I'm sharing with you. I'm a geek. And when it comes to music production and mixing and mastering, I'm a geek. I've been doing this for 25 years. I started in 1998. And I have worked with Beyonce, Rihanna, Ray J, T-Pain. All that does not matter though. What I'm really about right now is legacy. It's about giving back and pouring value into people. I want 100 producers who are going to change and impact the music industry with their skills. I'm trying to pour out everything I've got for the past 25 years in this game. I'm going to be pointing out to you. So if you're one of those, then you're going to love what I'm about to tell you. I have a once in a lifetime opportunity which is I'm gonna be meeting with you guys every month. It's gonna be like a month to month. I don't know how long we're gonna do it for, but I have a whole syllabus of stuff that I want to talk about. I want to go in depth. You think this is good? Wait till you get to the class. I'm gonna be going in depth because I'm scientific when it comes to stuff like this. I have a science background, so I geek out on stuff. I do experiment. I don't just take anything people say online as gospel. I create my own gospel. I do my own experiment, and whatever I hear coming from the speakers, that's what I take as the fact. And I have a whole bunch of notes like this, hundreds of them, research on my phone that I just write down. What I'm giving you, this is a printout from my iPhone notes. This is how I study and I make notes and stuff like that. So what I'm going to be giving you is the keys to the kingdom. I'm going to be handing you the keys to the kingdom, all the secrets. We're going to talk about the rules of three. We're going to talk about counting melodies and creating melodies and counter melody. We're going to talk about call and response. We're going to talk about the checkerboard method. We're going to talk about how to use saturation, the secrets of distortion. We're going to talk about music theory. We're going to talk about melody writing. We're going to talk about song structure. We're going to cover everything. Like we start like from the beginning of making a song, writing the melody, writing the beat, creating the beat, the structure, out of the arrangement, the ancient rules of music arranging, that people like Quincy Jones, those are the rules that they used to create those big hits for Michael Jackson. We're going to be talking about those stuff. We're going to talk about parallel compressions. We're going to talk about mix bus processing. We're going to talk about loudness, which is one of the biggest issues that I faced when I was learning, and which a lot of producers are facing right now. My mouth is dry. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. So if you're really serious about music production and you care about music production, are you passionate just like I am? Or you can tell I'm crazy about this, man. I've been playing music since I was a baby. I play 3 instruments or 4 instruments. I play keyboard, I play bass, I play drums, and a little bit of guitars and stuff. So this is my life, and I've been blessed, to work with some of the greats. I have some placement on TV and all of that. If you want to be a part of this community, you want me to be your mentor, your coach, sign up, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with you. So the slot is only few because I can't kill myself. I'm only one person. So I'm only taking a few students. I don't want to overstretch myself, but I know in my heart that I want to give back. I want to pour. I have trained hundreds of producers in Nigeria and few in America too. And those are the 2 guys that are training. One of the 2 guys that are training in Nigeria, they're actually mixing and producing like big stars in Nigeria right now. So go figure. So anyway, I can't wait for you to join us. If you're interested, sign up right now. Price, whatever it is, I'm sure is not compared to what you're going to get back. And it's probably going to go up. So hurry up. Let's get together. I want to see you. I want to, conversate with you and give you immense value from everything I've learned so far in the music industry. Bowman Solomon,